Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Imitha and I'm a life coach. On this video, I want to talk about how you can gain your self-confidence. But before I get started, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and clicking on the bell button, to like, to leave a comment and to share. Well, self-confidence seems to be something very easy for some, while some really struggle. And there is a distinct difference between one with confidence and the one who doesn't. And lack of confidence somehow leaves one with insecurities. Well, I know all about it. When I was studying, I barely would talk in class. And strange enough, at some point, my teacher had a meeting with my mother, and it's amazing that they were told that whenever I'm asked a question, I would answer it correctly. Isn't it strange? So what could have been the cause for that? Because surely there was a reason, and perhaps limiting beliefs. Either way, when I was in class, when I was surrounded by people, I just preferred to keep quiet. Well, what changed? Now, these are the things that you can also apply to yourself as you start to build your own confidence. They work like magic, but understand that with everything that's new, it takes practice. And so, one of the things that I did was to change my outlook. It was to change how I perceived things. It was to change my mind. And that resulted in me seeing things in a positive way. So I needed to speak to myself in a very positive way. I needed to believe that I can do it. So most times people would say, don't fake it, because faking it really doesn't work. But with me, I faked it. I started believing that I can achieve a certain thing. I can speak in front of people. And that's how it started. And so when I started changing the way I saw things, when I started being positive, and when I started speaking positively to myself, so the self-talk, positive self-talk, that is a huge difference. My confidence started to build up, and I was able to express exactly what I wanted to, and doing that with comfort and ease. The other thing that I started doing was to practice gratitude. Oh my goodness. I would be grateful for what I had at that time. And trust me, it's an ongoing thing. So even up until today, that's what I get to do. I am grateful for what I can do, for what I am, who I am. And I'm also grateful for what I want to achieve. And that is how my confidence grew. And it's amazing what gratitude does, because it also makes you so happy about everything. It makes you so optimistic. And so yes, gratitude builds confidence. The third thing that I did was to define who I am. So who am I? What do I want? What do I like? What do I want to achieve? That made a huge difference, because I started accepting who I am. I started identifying my limitations, working through them, because we all have limitations. That is why we would lack confidence. It's because something is telling us that we cannot do a certain thing. And therefore, in my case, I would think that if I were to lift up my hand in class and say, I think I know that, maybe I would be wrong. I was scared of being wrong. I was scared that if I'm wrong, everyone will laugh at me. I was scared that I would be noticed. I didn't want that, so I would rather sit at the back and pretend not to know, and even not try, because of all those factors. And so I then had to work on my limiting beliefs and understanding that they exist. But if I overcome them, then there's so much that I would be able to achieve. And with confidence and knowing who you are, you start realizing your worth. And when you know your worth, then there's so little that makes you accept things that are not for you. I hope I said that correctly. But when you know your worth, you do not just accept anything that's brought to you, because you know what you want. I think I got that. Well, with that, please leave me a comment on how you build your own self-confidence. That would be lovely to know. And also, understand that self-confidence is a much needed trait, because it helps you achieve the things that you want. It's the only way to get it. It's the only way to get the things that you want. And so really work on building that confidence and understand that you will get whatever it is that you want with it. With that said, I'd like to thank you so much for watching up until here, and also remind you to subscribe and also leave a comment, and I'll see you soon.